morning and welcome to the Morning Expresso by the Indian Express. My name is Rahel Philippos and here are today's top stories. The Delhi police has cited the sharp increase in tractor sales figures in Haryana and Punjab in the months of December and January to substantiate its claim that the Republic Day violence at Red Fort was a deep-rooted and well-orchestrated conspiracy. Meanwhile, actor Deep Sidhu's lawyer called the claim absurd and childish. The union government is frantically trying to get hold of IIM Rohtak director Dheeraj Sharma's undergraduate degree. The Education Ministry has already sent out 2 letters asking for verified copies of Sharma's education certificates. And there are barely 5 months left for Director Sharma's 5-year term to end. Days after clashes between workers of the BJP and the CPIM in Tripura, former Chief Minister and CPIM leader Manik Sarkar told the Indian Express that the attacks are taking place on CPIM workers since the party is regaining ground and that the Trinamool Congress may still be at a nascent stage in the state. Here are our top stories from the front page. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached out to farmers, particularly from the Jat community, saying that the centre is working hard to empower small farmers. With assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh just months away, the Prime Minister also invoked Jat leader Chaudhry Charan Singh, whose grandson and Rashtriya Lok Dal leader Jayant Chaudhary has been playing a major role in mobilizing farmer protests in the state. Meanwhile, United States Secretary of State Anthony J. Blinken told the Congress that it is considering its ties with Pakistan given that some of the country's interests conflict with that of the US. Here are today's must-read stories. In the last 3 weeks alone, at least 7 children, all aged below 14, have died in Haryana's Chili village. Health officials are now camping out at the Panchayat office to investigate the cause of death. The reasons being cited by both residents and by health officials range from diseases like dengue to pneumonia to gastroenteritis to vector-borne diseases owing to the lack of sanitation in the area. After Uttarakhand and Karnataka, Gujarat is the latest state to get a chief minister from the dominant community amidst the BJP's renewed efforts to adopt the time-tested strategy of caste balancing ahead of assembly elections in several states. This is a drastic change from the party's earlier strategy of pointedly choosing leaders from non-dominant communities as chief ministers in several states. 1 year after a 19-year-old Dalit girl was brutally gang-raped and assaulted in Hathras, her family has been shunned by the village. A CCTV camera constantly monitors their home while at least 35 CRPF personnel stand guard outside. Inside their home, a small urn sits in the corner of a room. They have decided they will not perform their daughter's last rites until they get justice from the court. Hidden under the shade of a towering banyan tree along the banks of the Yamuna River in Vrindavan, the old memorial honoring Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh is not much to look at. It's almost hard to believe that the bare-bones structure was established in memory of a legend locally called Raja Saab, in whose name a state university is being established. We take a look at the structure. And finally, from biscuits and cakes to tarts and cookies, these delectable treats are at the forefront of the Madhya Pradesh government's latest initiative to try and revive locally found cereals such as millets, dodo and kudki. 24 women have been selected from villages across the state for a training program where they are learning to prepare these baked goods using these cereals known for their high nutritional value.